All right, good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a good one, and I hope that you are ready for some gameplay fun. Of course. Today is Thursday, September 24th, 2020. I am DSP. I'm here live on the stream here on Twitch. If you weren't aware, I actually stream live on Twitch every day. Well, almost every day. That's right. Hello, hello. What's going on? How you guys feeling? You feeling good? You ready for a fun day of gameplay? I hope so. So, interesting day today. We got the final consecutive day of Super Mario Galaxy fun. If you're not aware, I've been playing Super Mario Galaxy 3 straight days so far. Today will be number 4 as my major stream playthrough here. Why? Because the games last week were super duds. Both WWE 2K Battlegrounds and the Crisis Remaster were absolutely terrible. And I didn't want to play them anymore, and you didn't want to see them anymore. So we did some on-the-fly adjustments, and I ended up getting the Super Mario 3D All-Stars Collection and playing Super Mario Galaxy HD. I'm actually glad I didn't. The reason is, I didn't play this game... Well, I played this game 8.5 years ago. And back then, things were a lot different with the way that I recorded, with the way that I approached my gameplay. I wasn't live streaming, I wasn't direct capturing, and in a lot of ways, I was rushing through games. Back then, it was all about getting the videos out as soon as possible, getting through a game as soon as possible, and going on to the next. Alright? It really was about the speed at which you could complete stuff and get through it. Especially when it came to new releases, everyone wanted to see a new release fully on the internet right away. Now, obviously, Super Mario Galaxy wasn't a new release even 8.5 years ago. It was still about 5 years old. But this was a game that I remember I was doing every once in a while as an ongoing playthrough. And I rushed through it, admittedly. I didn't go back for any secret stars. I wasn't trying to find hidden content. It was mostly just about getting through the game once, and that was it. Today, things are a lot different. I'm a live streamer. I have fun, interactive streams with all of you guys every single day. We hang out, we chill, we have fun, and you guys help me out with the games, especially a game like this where maybe I wouldn't understand all the mechanics or I wouldn't know how to do every secret star, etc. Since you guys help me with this, I can now figure this stuff out, you know, a lot more easily than back in the day when I was recording offline with a camera, not direct capture. I wasn't live streaming. There was no interactivity. It was really just you guys commenting on the videos after the fact. And if I read the comment, you know, and found something useful in it, great. But a lot of the times it was, you know, just basically me playing by myself, right? Certainly a very different situation. Almost two completely different kinds of content when you really compare them. So I've been playing Mario now for 3 straight days. And admittedly, I'm having a ton of fun with this game. Even though I would say the one annoying thing about Mario Galaxy is required motion controls, and also the whole gravity mechanic of when you're flipping over like a planet. Sometimes the controls tend to reverse themselves, and sometimes I'll be holding a direction and Mario will run in a circle. Like, how is that even possible? I'm just holding left and Mario's running in a circle on the screen. Doesn't seem like it should be possible, does it? Yet it is in this game. And that's because of the unique mechanic of the gravity and everything. And in reality, it's not that bad of a deal. It does annoy me every once in a while, but it's not a huge problem. I've been able to tackle pretty much every star that we've come across, even the comments that are showing up. You know, yesterday I took on the Bouldergeist with the challenge comment that only lets you basically never get hit. If you get hit once, it's over. You got to start from the beginning. And that was pretty challenging, but it was fun. I think everything I've done so far in the game has been fun. There hasn't been a single thing that felt tedious or annoying. You know, I remember I just did this challenge run on ice against Mario where it was like a time trial, and that was really fun. You know, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I am. Now, I believe, I think I have like 50-some stars at this point. I want to say I have like between 50 and 55 stars. Apparently, the game has a total of 120. So I'm not even halfway into a completionist style run of the game. Today, after today's major stream, I probably will be more than halfway. Okay, I'm sure I'm going to get more than, like, you know, 5, 6 stars today. We'll see how it goes. But after today, this playthrough will not be the major featured playthrough for a bit, because we're going to do some variety of content starting tomorrow. I'll talk about that in just a moment. But yeah, so for those of you who are like, oh man, Phil's playing Mario again, 4 days in a row, I understand. I'm a variety streamer, okay? And I pride myself on that every day I can be playing something different. It just so happens this last weekend was kind of a extenuating circumstance where I ended up playing a lot of Mario because the other games were duds. But as of tomorrow, we go back to being variety stuff, okay? And don't worry, I will be going back to Mario. This Mario is not being demoted or anything. Someone even said, they said, after today, will Mario only be late streams? The answer is no, not necessarily. Really, it depends on timing, which we're going to talk about in a moment, because we've got 2 weeks here where we got new releases, and then we've actually got dead time in October where there's a week or two where there's not a lot going on, and that might be ample opportunity for me to focus in more on a retro game like this, okay? So, let's talk, shall we? So this first major stream today is Super Mario Galaxy HD from the Mario 3D All-Stars collection. All right, should be fun. Heading into is this the 5th world we're going into now? It is, right? Because we did, well, no, 4th world, because, well, we're in the, oh man, we're in the 4th world, the bedroom, right? We're in the 4th world, because we had completed all 3 of the first worlds. Yeah, we're in the 4th world now. Or the 4th galaxy, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't even know what they're called. Hubs? I guess it's a room, right? Because we were in the terrace, then we were in, like, the freaking spa bathroom, and then we were in the kitchen, and now we're in the bedroom. So weird. The rooms, right? They're worlds inside of rooms. So we'll see how far we can get. We'll see how it goes today. I'm sure it's going to be interesting and exciting no matter what. Okay? So we shall see. We'll see how it goes. All right, so I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited too. Later tonight, the late night stream will be Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And, of course, some people will be happy about that and some people will not. I'm making an honest effort to try to play Fire Emblem more often now, all right? Reason being, we're heading into the end game. We're between 10 to 20 hours away from beating this thing, from what I'm being told. In fact, I think we're in chapter 17 of 22. I think that we're in chapter 17. So if you're doing the math, I mean, yeah, we're pretty much in the final quarter of the game at this point. So if I play it twice a week, that's about 4 hours of progress. Chances are I will beat it by November, which is actually my plan. I want to beat Fire Emblem by November, because in November we've got Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon, and that is going to be an RPG. It's no longer an action beat 'em up style game. It actually has RPG elements, it's a turn-based RPG now. And I do not want to be playing that while I'm still playing Fire Emblem. I need to finish Fire Emblem. Okay? So, we shall see what happens here. Okay? But I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping we can get good progress tonight. We usually do, but this game definitely loves to beat around the bush. Let's put it that way. It really stretches out the lengths of what you can expect from a traditional RPG when it comes to, good lord, how long it takes for them to actually develop story elements, right? It just takes forever. By the way, that's a garbage truck outside right now picking up the trash, so that's what you're hearing right now. You're going to hear it for a few minutes. So yeah, tonight, 2 hours of Fire Emblem. I hope you'll join me. So we shall chill, and we will have a good time together on the stream. Tomorrow we got new stuff. Tomorrow it is the premiere of Mafia Definitive Edition right here on stream. Okay, that should be fun. I've never played the original Mafia game before. I played 2 and 3, and I think 2 is better than 3 because 2 is only, if I remember correctly, my playthrough of 2 was like 12 hours long or something like that. And I absolutely loved the game because it was short and sweet. It was great writing, great pacing, good characters, good plot, good gameplay. Everything was good. And it never really slowed down. It never really slowed down to the point where it felt like it was boring or grindy. Mafia 3 had a good story, but it was definitely boring and grindy. They added so much filler content in that shit. It was just so ridiculous. It was. So, if this is the first game, you would think this one would have the least amount of any kind of grinding. It's probably just going to be like straight to the point, good plot and gameplay, I hope. I guess we're going to see. But that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that it ends up being really good. I guess we're going to find out tomorrow, right? So, Mafia Definitive Edition starting tomorrow on the main stream. Tomorrow night, it's my weekly Throwback Street Fighter session where I play old school Street Fighter here. Late night, 2 hours of fun. Hope you'll join me for that. Saturday will be more Mafia Definitive Edition. And Saturday night will be Fall Guys, the next nighttime Fall Guys stream. Okay? That should be fun. Hope you'll join me for that. Then on Sunday, it is finally the Rageathon. Yes, finally it is here. The Rageathon arrives Sunday. It's been a while. You guys were nominating and voting on games for a while. It took a while for this to come together. It's finally happening this Sunday. I am playing a variety of rage-inducing games here on the stream, including Celeste, Jump King, Hollow Knight, The Quiet Man, and Street Fighter V. The games will be played on various consoles. I'm not sure if I'm actually playing one on PC or not. I have to look into that. I think most of them are available on console, so we should be okay. Probably going to be swapping between my PS4 and my Xbox One during the course of the day to play them. So it should be good. Variety of stuff. Also, to add to the rage factor of the Rageathon, the Zombie Skittles shall return on Sunday. And what this means is that for every $20 that I raise via tips, I will eat 3 Zombie Skittles. Okay? This is potential for disaster. Potential for huge disaster. Because, man, if I end up getting some of those disgusting rotten egg Skittles in the middle of, like, gameplay, those things are nasty. And it's funny because the other Skittles are quite good. But if I get a rotten egg Skittle, man, yuck. So, we're going to see what happens here. We're going to see what happens in regards to that. But that should add to the rage, I feel. That way, if there is no rage involved in the gameplay, at least there'll be some rage in my mouth. Okay? So, Rageathon on Sunday starts usual time in the morning. And then, at night, well, it won't be at night. It'll be a long stream. It'll start in the morning and go all the way to like 7 or 8 p.m. depending on time. Okay? So, by the way, there's another truck outside. This is now the recycling truck, I believe, to pick up the recyclables. Yup, it is. First it was the garbage truck, now the recycling truck has arrived. They arrived within 5 minutes of each other. So more loud noises on the pre-stream. You better get used to this because now the window is going to be open every day. You're going to hear this every week now, every Wednesday. Well, excuse me, every Thursday. So anyway, yes, Rageathon on Sunday. That should be interesting. Okay. Then on Monday we go back to regularly scheduled gameplay. Now, will it be more Mario Galaxy or will it be Mafia? That's up to you. What I'd like to do is see how well you guys like Mafia 1 on Friday and Saturday. And if you really like it, then we'll probably do another stream of Mafia on Monday. But maybe you want a break from it and you want to see a return to Mario. And if that's the case, I'm okay with playing more Mario on Monday. So it's totally up to you. We'll see how it goes. Okay? Then on Monday night, more Fire Emblem. Alright? More Fire Emblem on Monday night. So that'll be the streaming week. I'm off on Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, of course, it'll be more of a mix between Mafia and Mario. Okay? And then those nights, more than likely it'll be chill streaming stuff. Maybe a stream of Batman. Maybe a stream of Fire Emblem, etc. Friday of next week is a big day. Friday of next week is October 2nd. It is a double new release day. It is Crash Bandicoot 4 paired with Star Wars Squadrons. So we've got a retro platformer made modern with new characters and all kinds of new abilities. It should be really interesting. And then we've got a actual like aerial, well, space combat game, which I don't think I've played a game like that in, oh my god, I couldn't even tell you the last time. I think the last time I played something like that was part of Star Wars Battlefront, where they had the dogfighting and everything, remember? So, double new release day. What I'm thinking, though, is that Mafia is probably not a long game. So I'm probably going to beat Mafia sooner rather than later. I'll probably complete it within the first week here. Um, and therefore, shouldn't be that big of a deal to say, okay, this is done, and now we can jump on 2 new releases and balance that with Mario, okay? We'll see, though. We'll see how it goes. So that's kind of the rough schedule. Now, October. After those 2 new releases in early October, I'm pretty sure there's almost nothing. In fact, hold on a second. Let me check. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah. October's a pretty slow/dead month. There is not much going on in the realm of new releases. There's some smaller releases, but there's really nothing. There's really nothing major going on in the middle of October. It really isn't until the end of October where we get a slew of games like Watch Dogs Legion and The Dark Pictures, Little Hope. And, of course, I'm going to be doing a Halloween marathon at the end of October as well. So October, new releases, kind of dry. Because of that, I'll probably be focusing in on things like finishing up Super Mario 3D All-Stars, etc. We may see a return to some certain late-night chill streams if there's time for it. All right, I don't know. I don't want to promise anything yet, but we'll see how it goes with that. And maybe there'll be time for some projects, downtime projects. Maybe I'll finally get to go to Outer Worlds and check out this DLC that we skipped this month. Maybe some of the games that I played during the Rageathon, you guys will like so much you'll want to see me actually attempt to play them as full playthroughs. Because that actually happens sometimes, okay? So, let's see what happens. All right? But October should still be fun. I'm also going to be decorating the office for October. In fact, this coming Tuesday, my wife and I are going to look for some stands or stools or something to put up the decorations. I have all the decorations already. I just need a way to have them show up on camera because I don't have a love seat in here anymore to sit them on. So I need to have some way to position them so you can see them on the camera. So we shall see. That's going to be, this coming Tuesday with my wife. We'll do that. It's good stuff. I'm excited. I love the fall. It's cooler. The weather is much nicer for me to stream. I'm not sweating my nuts off here. We have fun streams of new games and a mix with other stuff. Obviously, we're all hyped for the consoles coming up and everything. Good stuff coming up. All right. So, reminder in regards to this stuff coming up, in regards to that Halloween event that I mentioned. 2 important things, guys. The first is, please nominate games for the Halloween Marathon by typing !marathon into the stream chat. That'll bring up the link by which you can nominate games. The more nominations, the better. Obviously, it's a Halloween Day marathon, so horror games are appreciated, but not required. If you want to suggest something else, like, I want to see Phil play Fall Guys, or maybe I want to see him play this specific game, that's fine. It doesn't have to be a horror-themed game for the Halloween marathon. All right? In addition, please vote on the type of costume that you would like to see me wear during the Halloween marathon. You can do that by typing !costume into the stream chat, and that'll bring up the link for that. Okay? Categories include classic, horror, villain, or monster, video game character, comic book character, pop culture icon / celebrity / famous content creator / whatever you want to say, or wild card, which is basically you just leave it to me to pick something, and I'll find something wacky or wild or interesting. Previous years have included things such as my Yoshi costume last year when you guys voted for me to just do a wild card. That's what I picked. Year before that, you picked a celebrity, so I picked Bob Ross, and I dressed up as Bob Ross. Year before that, you picked a video game character, so I was Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed 2. Previous years have also included characters like a Ghostbuster or Deadpool. So, good stuff. I love doing the Halloween marathons. They're super fun. You guys seem to enjoy them. It's a running thing. I've done it for at least 5 straight years now. So you guys really seem to enjoy it. And I'm excited to do it. All right? Good stuff. So please nominate games and please vote on the costume. All right? And all this will be coming into fruition in the next few weeks as I start looking for this stuff when I'm out and about on my days off. All right? All right. So before we get to shout outs, a couple quick things I'd like to address. First of all, there's a rumor. I don't know if this is 100% confirmed, all right? So I don't want anyone to freak out. But there is a rumor that for those of you who really wanted to get a PlayStation 5 and you missed out on the pre-orders, there's a rumor. Don't take me as fact. I've had a few people actually talk to me about this last night. GameStop, the brick and mortar stores, not their website, forget that shit, that'll never work. The brick and mortar stores of GameStop, supposedly tomorrow, are going to allow people to begin to pre-order PlayStation 5s, not for launch. I need to repeat that. Not for launch, but whenever they actually get the next slew of PS5s. Oh, they did? They tweeted about it now? Okay. I heard about it overnight. Apparently they tweeted about it. So yeah, starting tomorrow, if you physically go to a GameStop, which means there probably will be fucking lines out front of GameStop, all right? You can order a PS5 for whenever the next batch is that comes in after launch. Now, who knows when that would be? And being that I've worked retail before during the launch of consoles, you always get told one thing. Like, I remember when I worked at Best Buy, we had the Xbox 360 launch, and we were told, well, this is launch day, but we're going to get another batch within 2 weeks. Yeah, right. We didn't get another batch of 360s for like 2 months. So it doesn't matter what they say. Just, you basically would be the first group of people, all right, that will get it whenever they get it. Who knows when that will be? But obviously, as they say, better late than never, right? If you really wanted a PS5 and you didn't get in on pre-ordering it in the first wave, this is probably your best opportunity. But I'm just going to say this. If you are thinking about this now, oh man, I wanted the PS5, I'm going to go line up tomorrow morning to get one. Please, folks, listen to me, all right? Please be safe. Wear a fucking mask. Stay the fuck away from other people. Socially distance yourself. Do not risk your health and the health of others over a goddamn PS5. It's not worth it. I personally have told you the story that when I worked at Best Buy, people who were in line to get the Xbox 360 at launch got pneumonia and ended up in the hospital for a week and ended up with like a $10,000 hospital bill. All right? This shit is not worth it. Be safe. All right? Please do. Don't risk it all for a fucking console. Do it the right way. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. So that's the rumor or whatever going around. Well, I guess it's not a rumor anymore. It was confirmed by GameStop. I didn't even realize that until this morning. You guys just told me that. So, all right. All right. The other thing I want to talk about, guys, obviously, the thing that's been going on this last week, that's the hot topic, all right, is the fact that we've got ridiculous contributions coming into my streams, all right? And obviously it's fucking weird that we've got these big contributions, right, that are coming in, and it is out of the ordinary that I'm getting this amount of large contributions, almost seemingly out of thin air. It's not like, oh, here's a longtime viewer and supporter coming onto my stream and saying, oh, Phil, I really wanted to help you out right now, so here's a tip. That's not what's happening. What's happening is we're getting names we've never seen before. We're getting weird accounts, they don't make any sense, and they're coming in and they're tipping giant amounts. Yesterday I got a $500 tip. I got $1,200 tip over the weekend. I'm frequently getting like $30 to $50 chunk tips, and they're popping up out of nowhere, seemingly, without any kind of backup or anything, okay? And it's very suspect. I'm not going to lie. It's very suspect. To the point where now whenever I get a big tip, I got to question it. Is this legit or not? I don't know. Now, listen. I'm certainly not saying I'm ungrateful. And I'm certainly not saying it's all fake. What I'm saying is it's very suspect when I'm getting giant, contributions every single stream like this. Especially because it's not even towards, like, the vest goal. Remember when we had the vest streak going, right? When we had the vest streak going, it was tough to hit the tips goal, right? It was. Some days it was like pulling teeth, and people last minute would run in and hit the vest streak. Oh, my God. Okay, great. We hit the tips goal. It continues. Now it's like, it's just too good to be true. Every day, people are coming in who I've never heard of and dropping big chunk tips. You see what I'm saying? It's very suspect. In addition to that, what I can tell you from behind the scenes without revealing any information that would put anyone at risk, and I'm not going to dox people and shit like that. That would be really fucked up. Basically, when people tip you on PayPal, there's different ways they can do it. They can either actually log into their accounts, and when they log into their accounts, it basically says that all their information is verified, meaning this is a verified account, you know, and this is an account that is confirmed, from, you know what I mean? Like, oh, there's a bank account linked to it and everything. And that looks way more real than, say, oh, someone just clicked on the link that said quick payment and sent a quick, you know, a quick tip via a credit card. You see what I'm saying? It's two different kinds. And it definitely makes one looks way more safer than the other and looks more secure than the other. You see what I'm saying? For example, I'm taking a look right now, and out of all the tips I just got this morning, one tip that actually is pretty sizable, was actually from a registered account. So this one, I trust that this is real, you know. Then I got another one that's very large, and that one is from an unregistered account, and that makes me feel like that was someone who just quick entered a credit card. Boop boop boop. You see, and so it's very hard to know what to trust. You know, I mean, the good news is we're not doing the vest streak anymore. So it's not like, oh, look, Phil's erroneously counting a tip that's not real that'll be charged back later for the vest streak. The vest streak's over, you know. So it's kind of a moot point, you know, how much I'm actually raising on any stream or anything. You guys are so supportive, and I mean this now. You guys are so supportive via every possible method. This year has been a huge turnaround for me. I know you guys love the streams and love what we do here in a positive way every day, because you've outright told me this on a regular basis, and you've supported the streams in an amazing positive way this year. So thank you very, 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 very much for that. Okay? But please understand that, you know, as we're streaming here, some contributions may come in that I'll be skeptical of, and I'm going to be very skeptical about putting them on the leaderboard and giving shout-outs to them when it looks very suspect. You know, I'm looking right now, all the stuff that came in this morning, and everything looks good except for one tip. Of course, it's the biggest tip, and that's the one that's, oh, unsecured, unregistered, you know, nothing confirmed. Like, of course, it's a giant tip. So do I believe that this is real or not? I don't know. Yeah, and the thing is, they could charge back at any time, in which case, now, it could end up emptying out my PayPal account, you know, and screwing me over. So, I guess we'll see what's going on with this. But, understand, we've had some really ginormous contributions recently, you know, via tipping, that obviously I don't believe they're real, and, you know, the moment they get charged back, I'll be refunding those funds. Yesterday, I had a $500 one that I confirmed was fake because they were impersonating another stream chatter. And the stream chatter was like, nah, that's not me. That's someone impersonating me. I said, all right, fuck it. I'm refunding it right away. I'm not messing with that. Okay? Cheering. Cheering has been off the charts recently. Take a look at the cheering leaderboard, right? Just this week, we've got, you know, someone who did an insanely huge cheer, and they had already done a cheer that large 2 other days this week. That's Overpowered Boom. 100,000 bit cheer, dude. That's insane, and they did it 3 times, right? And then we had Dr. Tony, is it Dr. Tony Huge? And then Thorax. These people have been coming in and cheering constantly, you know. And it's crazy. I don't know, you know, this is nuts. The amount of support. Now, from what I'm to understand, okay, from what I'm to understand, the cheering is way more safe, say, than the tipping. Because tips, when someone tips you, they could charge that back up to 4 months. That's nuts. Think about that. Someone tipped me in May, and now they can charge it back today. That's money that obviously is already spent. I didn't leave it sitting in the fucking account for 4 months, right? That's crazy to think that they could do that. The good news is I do win chargebacks. Do I win every single chargeback? No. But I do win a good amount of them. So a lot of these times, these people think they're going to get, I'm going to get them. And then I end up keeping the money, right? But it's frustrating when you lose one, especially when you've provided all the information to PayPal and they just decide against it. It's like, well, wait a minute. What is the criteria by which PayPal determines what is real and what isn't? And I don't understand it. How can I win some cases and lose others when I'm providing exactly the same information? It doesn't seem like they have a consistent, serious way to do this. All right. Now, in regards to the cheering, from what I'm to understand, most of the time when people cheer, it's legit. Meaning it's a very rare case on Twitch where someone would cheer and then Twitch would reverse that. As I've told you guys, when people cheer, I don't immediately see any positive benefit. It roughly takes about a month for cheering to process, and then I get a positive benefit from it like the next month. Okay? So in regards to cheering, I just got a ridiculous amount of giant cheers. 3 giant ones from this overpowered Boom, whoever that is. And then, like I said, Dr. Tony Huge and Thorax this week. Tons of cheering. Really helpful stuff. Hopefully all of that will stick. And then next month will be a great month where I'll be able to wow, now I can really afford all the new games coming out. You know what I mean? Like, this will help for the end of the year rush and everything. This will be a tremendous positive for me. So I hope that all this stuff sticks. But you guys are in the same boat as me where we're all just kind of in suspense. We don't know what's going to happen, if this is legit or not. This could all be flipped on its head. I don't know. Because it's funny because some people are like, well, did you know that it was actually really this person cheering and this person? I don't listen to any of that shit. I don't. Because it's all fucking conspiracy theories and rumors and shit. I'm not going to believe, this is this person. This person changed their name to this. This person really was using an alias to cheer and do this. Who fucking cares? I'm not going to sit here and do this kind of fucking Sherlock Holmes work, okay? In reality, nobody knows shit, okay? No one knows anything about what's going on. But it's crazy that all this has happened at once. In the last week, we got all these ginormous tips coming in on a regular basis, and then we've got these cheers coming in, right? So I guess we'll see what happens, all right? But I'm feeling positive about it. Let's put it that way. I'm feeling positive about it. I'm feeling excited. If this is all real, this means that, number one, affording all the new games coming out between now and the end of the year, including all the games when I get my PS5, should not be an issue at all. It also means that moving forward in early 2021, with things that I want to do here in the office, I want to get a new chair because this chair is already creaking. I've only sat in this chair for 2 weeks. This chair is creaking already because it's an old chair and it wasn't really meant, I think, for someone like me to be sitting on it all day, every day. I think it was meant to be like a casual, cheap-ass chair. Get a new chair for the office so that's a better setup. Get a green screen for the office so it's a better setup. Potentially upgrade my webcam. Potentially, in the next year, get a new laptop or get a new desktop computer. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But I'm hoping that all this is real. Imagine if all of it is real. Every tip and every cheer. I don't think so. That's like crazy. That would be insane. And it's also unprompted. Like, it would be one thing if it was the launch of PS5 and I just unboxed the PS5, I hooked it up and we were all hyped and I was playing PS5 games and you guys were like super excited for the new console and then big contributions come in. But it's another thing that just kind of randomly happened this week. There were 2 dud games on Friday, right? So I got Super Mario 3D All-Stars, started playing Mario Galaxy, and all of a sudden all these contributions coming out of nowhere. It's like, what? Why, why would that happen? It doesn't even seem to make sense. So, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. But thank you for all of you who hang out on my streams and contribute. Thank you, obviously. Again, it's hard. It's tough because it's hard for me to get super excited when I have to be skeptical about every single thing that comes in. Because daily I get chargebacks. Like, literally every day now I get a chargeback. And so most of the time they're like 2-3 months old. It's frustrating. And I don't like having to deal with it on a daily basis. I don't like having to, I get a big contribution, I want to celebrate. I don't want to go over it with a fine-tooth comb to look at the ins and outs of every transaction to see what looks legit and what's not. It sucks, right? It does. It sucks to have to do that. But that's the situation when you're a full-time streamer like me. I rely on crowdfunding. I can't rely anymore on ad revenue and shit like the old days on YouTube. That obviously proven it's not stable. And those days are long gone. So being that I rely on crowdfunding and I'm relying on, the generosity and contributions of my viewers, it's a double-edged sword. I certainly feel more freedom now than ever before. And you guys tell me that because I've changed for the better, that my streams are better than ever. At the same time, you never know when someone's going to try to fuck you over just for laughs. They think that committing crimes on a daily basis is funny. Using stolen credit cards, charging back illegally, committing fraud. They think this is funny. It's not. It's ongoing crime. And they're not going to think it's funny when the fucking feds catch up with them and they're in jail for the rest of their lives. But I guess for now it's funny because they get away with it, right? Anyway, that's the deal. Apologies if when contributions come in, I may not get super excited, or I may be skeptical, or have to look at a contribution to see if it's real or not, or if it looks real. Chances are, the bigger the contribution, the more skeptical I'm going to be. Like I said yesterday, that $500 tip, immediately I was like, I don't think so. And then when someone told me, nah, that's someone impersonating me, I was like, that's it. Now, here's the other funny thing, too. When a contribution comes in, a tip particularly, and they go, oh, Phil, here's a tip, and I'm a big supporter, and by the way, this is not going to be a chargeback, so you can use that on PayPal. Like, wait a minute, what? Use that on PayPal. Think about what they just said. If this was a legitimate tip, why would they be telling me to use their message saying it's not a chargeback on PayPal? If it was a legitimate tip, they wouldn't charge it back. So why would I need to say anything to PayPal? Like, they beat themselves with their own troll logic. You see? They defeated themselves. So I knew exactly what was going on. So, hopefully, we won't have this as an ongoing issue. I would much rather just have legitimate tips rather than having these big inflated numbers and then not knowing what's real and what's not and having to deal with it on the back end later. But we'll see what happens. All right? We'll see what happens. Thank you guys for understanding and being patient. And now, that being said, let's get to shout-outs, in which case we don't know what's real or not. I guess we'll find out. Okay? Okay. Let's do it. So we start off with Knows Nobody, who did a 100-bit cheer just as the stream started today. And he said, looking forward to your Mafia remake playthrough. It should be a good Friday. I agree. If it's anything like Mafia 2, I think it's going to be a great playthrough. Mafia 2 was, like I said, a really outstanding game. So I hope it's just as well-paced and well-written as that game was. Being that it's a remastered edition, hopefully any kind of outdatedness or bugs will be fixed. And it should be hopefully a really fun playthrough. I hope it's not a mess, a buggy mess or whatever. I guess, please don't let it be Crysis remastered again. Oh my god. Okay, our first tip of the day is from Rob on Wheels. And Rob says the following. Oh, it's a $5 tip, by the way. He says, don't forget to check Dorothea's abilities tonight. I can't be there, but I'll watch straight away when I get up tomorrow. Yeah, Rob had reminded me that I had unlocked a different kind of dance maneuver for Dorothea that apparently is way better, because not only is it a turn-skipping dance, or not turn-skipping, but it gives your character an immediate extra turn. But apparently it also is supposed to buff the character. I forget how, but I don't remember if I equipped the ability or not. So I have to double-check that tonight when I play. So thank you, Rob. I will have to double-check that before we get into combat tonight. I will try to remember. Okay? Anyone who's here right now live and you just heard that, please feel free to remind me tonight and say, hey, remember Rob told you to check Dorothea's abilities? And I will check them. Okay? Because I might forget between now and tonight. You know how my mind is. It's like a fucking sieve. Pissing Demon resubscribed for 7 months in a row. 34 total. He says, what do we have to hit for a chair spin? Well, the way I've been doing it, all right, is $200. If we raise $200 on a stream, I do a chair spin. The problem being, I'm being honest with you, I'm getting nervous about the chair. The chair now, every time I sit on it, it's squeaking and creaking. I'm afraid this chair's going to break. I'm serious. Like, this chair I barely ever sat in. It was purchased. My parents bought me furniture for my condo in Connecticut, 11 plus years ago when I moved in. This chair was bought from a discount furniture store. So it's not a high quality chair to begin with. It was an El Cheapo chair when we bought it. Okay? I barely ever sat in it. Barely ever. When I lived in Connecticut, I sat on the couch constantly when I was doing my gameplay. So this chair was primarily used for guests, like when we had people over playing Street Fighter and stuff, or when John and I did a co-op playthrough, he would sit in this chair for the co-op playthrough for the day. But that was it. You're talking like, once in a blue moon, the chair would actually be used. I think when my parents visited, my dad would sit in this chair. He liked the chair. But it's very rare when the chair was used. Then it sat in storage for 6 years here in my house before I finally, 2 weeks ago, pulled it out of the storage and put it in the office to be used. So, you know, this chair, I'm nervous about it. I'm legit nervous that it's going to break if I keep doing crazy shit with it. And if I don't break this chair, now I don't have a replacement to sit on. You know, what am I going to sit on then? So I kind of don't want to spin that much. Maybe every once in a while. So, like, that's why, being that it's a $200 tips goal, it's not something that should happen very often. At the very same time, now we have people coming in and doing fake tips. So it's hard to gauge what's real and what's not, you see? So I don't know, you know, I'm nervous about the chair. It's not just squeaking, but it creaks. Like, you hear the wood almost like creaking and cracking as I'm sitting and moving in it. I'm like, oh my God, this chair ain't good, man. It just figures that I decide to do, you know, a change. And then the change within 2 weeks is getting, you know, already it's at risk here. I'm like, oh, fuck. So, but we'll see what happens. But that's how it is right now, okay? RBG fan cheers. I miss when you used to record with the camera. It was authentic and honest. Your streams are still good, but they could be better. Well, listen. There's a bygone era of content creation, right? Back then, when I was using the camera, there wasn't a lot of people who were doing the improv commentary style playthroughs. Most of the people who were doing playthroughs when I started weren't calling, first of all, they weren't calling them playthroughs. It was either walkthroughs or it was like online multiplayer videos of people who were like trying to get really good at Call of Duty and stuff like that. There were no actual playthroughs with long style coverage, like start to finish gameplay with just improv commentary over it. I was one of the innovators of doing that. I certainly wasn't the first person to do it, but I was certainly one of the first people to become popular doing it. All right? So back then, doing that kind of stuff was different. It was fresh. It was fun. But then things evolved. Things changed. People wanted better visuals, better audio from the games. And certainly, with the dawn of live streaming, they wanted to have interaction with the viewer, interaction with the streamer, or content creator, or gamer. They liked having that personal touch, rather than it seeming like that person was isolated in a booth playing a game, and you were just watching them play it after the fact, you see? Now it sounds like there's another truck outside. What? What is this? Hold on. There is. What the fuck? For some reason, there's another recycling truck outside. I don't know why, because there was already one, and it's another recycling truck. I have no idea what's going on. Why are they back? Anyway, continuing on here. You know, the old camera to record the screen, offline style commentary, it lasted a long time. Let's face it, I did that 2008 through 2013. It wasn't until 2013 that I adopted direct capture. And even then, adopting direct capture, from 2013 to early 2017, another 4 years, I basically ignored my streaming audience. Obviously, you have to adapt to the times. You can't just do the same thing constantly without change and improvement. And you also can't ignore the trends around you. That's just something that I've learned over the years. You got to roll with all the new stuff that's happening, and you got to do what's popular. You know? So, if I had stayed with that camera offline style gameplay, I would not exist anymore. I'll tell you right now, I would have dwindled into oblivion. No one would have cared anymore about the crap that I was putting out there, besides maybe a very small hardcore group of viewers who were there from the start. But, you know, definitely people, excuse me, definitely people need to change for the better. I understand that. And this is a situation where that old style worked for a while, but then I had to mix it up. Okay? Alright, so I received a $30 tip from Nexus, who says people upset Super Mario Galaxy 2 is kind of like they're asking for more Mario Galaxy. More Mario Galaxy. They want more content so they can enjoy Mario Galaxy more. What? Huh? Well, I don't really understand what that means, Nexus. I think the wording's a little off there. So it's very hard to understand. But I guess thank you for the $30 tip. I'm not playing Super Mario Galaxy 2, by the way. I'm playing the original Super Mario Galaxy, so I don't even know how to understand that. Okay. Captain Charisma tipped me $1.30. He says, you think the Xbox and PS5 pre-orders were insane? Well, the new NVIDIA GPUs went on sale and sold out in milliseconds. Scalpers are selling them for insane prices on eBay and are getting trolled to hell for it. What a world to live in. Yeah, for what I'm to understand, basically the NVIDIA video card sale was 100% bought by bots. Apparently people actually wrote these bot scripts to go in there and purchase the cards, so no humans actually got it. The bots moved faster than humans could and bought up all the cards, and immediately they were all listed on eBay. So people are so angry that every single eBay auction is being trolled with fake bids, so no one who scalped can actually sell anything. They're going to get stuck with all these video cards. I mean, that's pretty interesting and epic, honestly, to see that happen. Because the whole scalping thing needs to fucking stop. I don't know why eBay allows it. eBay should just say, no, we refuse to have product listings for products that aren't out. It's one thing if the product is physically in your possession, right? It's another thing if you're pre-ordering it and now you're selling a pre-order. That shouldn't be allowed. Okay? So, pretty dumb. I don't know why eBay does that. I think that's a really dumb practice. Anyway, Captain Charisma, thank you for the tip. Almighty Cinnamon Cheers says, focus on battles and Fire Emblem. You don't even need to do any more instructing or hub shit because you're so over-leveled. Well, yes and no. Like, there are a few characters who I'm trying to get to the final class by either upping their magic or, for example, I know Caspar needs his axe or hammer skill to get higher up. So there's a few situations here where I am still working towards an end goal for these character builds. But there are a few characters with that are just completely done. Like, I'm not going to ever do anything more than what they're doing right now. So I hear ya, but it's just part of the game, dude. I'm not going to completely skip elements of the game. You know, it's a freebie. It's like, okay, natural part of the game, you're supposed to level your character up. Why would I? No, I just want to skip that. Let's just keep skipping that. No, I'm not going to do that. So, here is the tip that I think is suspect, everyone. I received a $60 tip from someone whose name is Pranks. The name is Pranks. And he says, you've talked about Fire Emblem a bit. And that's all it says. You've talked about Fire Emblem a bit. Right? So, this is the one, by the way. It's an unregistered account. Meaning this person does not actually have like a verified PayPal account. This was done as an express checkout. Meaning it could be fake. Now, do you count the... You know what I mean? Like, do you count this or not? There's no way to tell. This is what sucks about, you know... I don't know what to do here. Do I count it or do I say, nah, this is way too suspect? Right? And the thing is, if I count it, let's say I count it, right? Great, but then if it's a chargeback, that literally means like more than half of what I'm probably going to raise on today's stream is fake. And that, I mean, be honest, might convince other people who might have contributed to say, oh, Phil's actually doing good on today's stream then. I don't need to contribute today, he's doing fine. Right? And that's not good. So, what do I do here? I mean, the dude's name is Pranks. His name is actually Pranks. Oh my god. Well, I think I'm probably going to refund it. The dude's name is Pranks. I can't get over it. His name is... That's why I can't get over it, you know? Alright. No, that is not Antifa outside. That is, I told you, it's the freaking recycling truck was still out there. Alright, hold on a second. Hold on 1 second here. I'm going to look at it again. Nah. And the other funny thing is, if this person just tipped $60 and they hear me talking about it, you would think they would be urged to say something and be like, no, Phil, this is legit. You know, sorry if it seemed suspect. You know, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right? I'm refunding it. I don't even want to deal with it. I don't want to fucking deal with it. I'm issuing a refund. I did it. I refunded it. Enough of that bullshit. So now I don't have to deal with it. Alright, let's continue on. The Paradox 988 resub for 15 months. And says, Phil, keep up the good work. And you're looking forward to Hogwarts Legacy. It looks great. I mean, it seems interesting. It certainly seems like something different and fun. So, we'll see how it turns out. But, yeah, it's something to look forward to, I feel. Hopefully. Hopefully it's not a dud. Dcash 2012 resubscribed to the channel for 3 months in a row. 4 total. Said, hi, Philip. Hello, Dcash 2012. Thank you for the ongoing support. I appreciate that very much. And it's good to see you today. Tarantula MS 2018 to me $4.20 and says, recently been watching the every copy of Mario 64's personalized videos in which players of the game recall a different excuse me, a different experience while playing the game, such as experimental AI, Wario Apparition. Most of it seems nonsense but interesting. It sounds like you've gone down the black hole of YouTube game coverage, where there's just some oddball shit on YouTube about classic games and stuff that you can find. Weird conspiracy theories, hacks, just weirdo stuff. So I would say enjoy, but don't take that shit too seriously, because there's a lot of weirdo shit out there that's probably not legit. Okay? RPG fan cheers. So what if you only allowed cheers? It might be worth it just to make the money more consistent and limit chargebacks. Dude, that would be really bad. Mostly because, number one, like I told you guys, it takes over a month usually for me to see any positive benefit from a cheer. And a lot of people have gotten used to doing things like tipping. Tipping has helped me tremendously this year, because when you get tips right away, you can use them for important things. No, I like having a variety of ways that people can support the channel, so I'm not going to just limit it to one. Golden Colts cheer, he says, the cheer was done overnight. You saw nothing, dude. No, it was not done overnight. It was done 15 minutes ago. Thank you, Golden Colts, for the cheer. Donald Trump, to me, $15, asking, when will I be doing a meetup? No time soon, considering the coronavirus pandemic. And even then, after, even after it's over, would I have an opportunity to take some time away from streaming and meet up with fans? I don't know. We have to see how stuff goes. Okay? Fred Flintstone cheered. So would you perhaps he says, could you grease your chair? It would be cheaper than a new chair. The issue isn't squeaking. Like, when I rotate the chair, I'm going to rotate it once right now. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, see, it didn't squeak. Now, yesterday, I did spin in place, and it squeaked pretty bad. That time, it didn't squeak, so that's good. But my problem is when I'm sitting in the chair, you can hear the wood making that creaking, cracking sound. You know what I mean? And again, this chair is not heavy duty. This is not a great chair. This is an El Cheapo chair. It was bought from a discount furniture store when I moved into my condo in Connecticut, okay? At this point, it's 11 years old. So, I'm not expecting it to be the most durable, long-lasting chair. This is basically a temporary solution to get the goddamn love seat out of here so I can do something different with the office. Okay? If it squeaks really bad, I could grease it. I do have WD-40 downstairs. Juzma86 tipped me $2. Thank you, Juzma, for a $2 tip. By the way, we have hit the Gunner Glasses goal now, guys. So I'll be wearing the Gunner Glasses when the gameplay starts on stream today. Thank you for that. RPG Fan Charity says, speaking of squeaky chairs, have you ever heard Jingle Chairs by Liquid Richard? It's a banger. Here you go, RPG Fan. I unban you, and the first day You're bringing up Liquid Richard. RPG fan, do you think you might be able to figure out why you were banned to begin with? You think maybe you might have an inkling of maybe why you were banned. Maybe it's because you're a fucking idiot. Now, I'm going to give you one chance to shut the fuck up about stupid memes, about other streamers, detractors, and dumb shit. This is your one warning shot. The next shot's going to hit you dead fucking center, and you are not going to be coming back after that one. Alright? So, wise the fuck up, stupid. Gorilla Pimp cheered and said, Polish Fraga says to tell you I got Giga Juice? What the hell is... Alright, I'm not even going to ask. Alright, you enjoy your juice there. Okay, then. What the hell does that mean? Jacket Thug. Here we go again. He tipped me $1.30. He says, the mods are not reading their DMs after me getting banned for no reason. Please help. Jacket Thug, have you contacted me? This is the third time, I want to say, that you have said that you've been banned unfairly and you want it to be reviewed. I swear I haven't gotten an email from you. Have you emailed me at darksidefilla@hotmail.com? That is, it's either you contact a mod or you email me directly and I look into it. I haven't seen a thing from you, dude. Alright, so please, if you're serious about it, email me. Alright. RPG fan now cheers said that's a good point. It seems like trolls were the ones trying to tell you to use direct capture. When you started using direct capture, it became less authentic. It seems they tricked you into using direct capture. That is not the case at all. Darkside Kenny cheers says, is there a way to only allow verified PayPal transactions and tips? I don't think so. I see what you're saying. Like, is there a way to make it so that only people who have a verified PayPal account with, you know, I think, not that I know 100%, I think when you have a verified PayPal account means that you either have a bank account attached to it, or you may have had it open for a certain amount of time, or something. I don't know how it works. I mean, that would be ideal, right? That would be ideal, that you know the person's real on the other end. It's not just someone with stolen credit card typing in the digits and trying to fuck you over. So, yeah, I don't know. I would like to look, I guess I could look into that. The problem here is that PayPal changes a lot, and whenever you try to look online for information about it, you can't find anything. Like, I tried to look up information on if your PayPal account gets overdrawn because of a chargeback. What happens? Okay? And I found so many different things. Some people say they could just steal money out of your bank account. And others are like, no, they can't. That's illegal. They can't take anything out of a bank account without authorization. But if you have an extended period of time when you have no money in your PayPal account, they can refer you to collections, which means that people from a collection agency will be harassing the fuck out of you trying to get money from you. You see? So obviously none of this is ideal. So I'm looking for information. No clear-cut information on the internet. Zero. You can't find any. Because no one knows shit. PayPal changes so often that they don't even have any clear-cut information about that stuff. So, it is what it is, you know. I wish I could answer, like, man, can I only have people with verified PayPal accounts tip me? Maybe, but I have no clue how to do that, and I haven't seen any options for it. So, okay, Golden Colts, cheers, so was this one. No, that was not an overnight, you're lying. Okay. No Darkside Kenny, that was not Seattle Antifa outside in trucks, that was the Recycler guys, but thank you for the cheer anyway. Pepto-Bismol for life cheered, he says, happy Thursday. Everyone probably knows GameStop is taking second wave of pre-orders on PS5. Yes, we actually already talked about that this morning. And then he says, good luck to everyone and screw the scalpers. I agree. Screw those asshole, greedy scalpers. Poopster cheers, eventually one of the detractors will go to jail for credit card fraud, which is a prison sentence of 1 to 5 years. I'm hoping for 5. Yeah, I mean, you have to think, with the frequency that it happens, that someone's eventually going to look into it. We will stop acting like, oh, it's just kids on the internet fucking around. And instead, maybe some of the feds will actually finally start looking into it and arresting some of these fucking people. But certainly that's out of my power and jurisdiction, right? Darkside Kenny cheers to send me the troll tips before sending them back. I could use them. Yeah, but then you're gonna get them taken away later. So it ain't gonna help. Darkside Kenny cheered again. So my suggestion is start taking Sundays off. How many more weeks of positive contributions will it take before you can take 2 days off a week? No time soon. Especially with the fact that we're heading into the year end. This is the busiest time of the year for my streams. and new releases. I'm not taking time off anytime soon. At least if I can help it. You know, please God, keep me healthy. You know, but no time off anytime soon. Timbo Slice Jr. said, not sure if it's been talked about. It was announced at the start of stream. Amazon announced their own cloud gaming service. It's called Amazon Luna. I'm sure this is like every other streaming service. It will fail. When will companies realize the base of internet quality is not great in the US to handle streaming games? I have no idea. It's like everyone wants to do the same fucking thing and no one can make it work. Remember when Google 100% touted that it would work? Oh, don't worry. We're Google. We know this is going to work. It was a huge flop. What's it even called? What was it called? Google? I can't even remember the name of it. Stadia. That's what it was. Stadia. It was such a flop that nobody even remembers that they did this year. That Google Stadia launched this year and flopped so hard no one remembers it. That's pretty funny. But yeah, that's the problem. In America, in the United States, we do not have consistent internet. Every internet company is different. They use different technology. They use different speeds. And because of that, you can't consistently do streaming games. Until we have infrastructure in the United States that is consistently good quality, you cannot sell a service like that and expect that it's going to work. And why Google thinks that they're smarter than the infrastructure of the internet, I have no idea. But they're not. Of course, Eggs and Sausage says there's still ads for Stadia. Of course there are. Because they flopped so bad and they invested so much money in the project, they're trying to recoup their costs and they can't. Because no one's buying it, because no one wants it, because they know it doesn't work. So, of course they're still advertising. They'll be advertising for a long fucking time. Jethro's main cheers, is it possible contributors don't have time to respond behind the scenes, or maybe they just don't want to? No, it's more possible that they're fake. It's way more possible that someone who is trying to troll me does a troll tip and then doesn't respond because it's a troll tip, then this is a legit viewer who likes my content, drops a $1,200 tip on the stream, and then can't be bothered to respond to an inquiry from me. Yeah, right. If you're dropping that kind of money on a streamer, chances are you have an invested interest in that streamer, and if they want to talk to you, you're going to talk to them. You see what I'm saying? It's obvious that this is bullshit. Okay. Alright, let's do some shout-outs. Shout-out to the top cheerers of the week. In 10th place, we've got Zero Falcon. In 9th place, Sambuca 2020. 8th place, Timbo Slice. A tie for 6th place between Shadow the Hedgehog and Times Here. In 5th place, Sweaty Man JPEG. In 4th place, Hygienic Streamer Tips. In 3rd place, with so far 13,620 bits cheered this week, Thorax the Impula 2099. In 2nd place, with so far 22,000 bits cheered this week, Dr. Tony Huge. And in 1st place, with so far 100,000 bits cheered this week, Overpowered Boom. Holy shit. Again, if these cheers stick, this is going to be an amazing, amazing thing for me. So thank you guys. Now, thank you to those who have gifted subscriptions so far this week. We've got Django Pops, Lunaba, and Ultima Cloud, who all gifted a single sub to the channel. And then we got Angelo Bestia, who has gifted 2 subs so far this week. So thank you guys for the gifted subscriptions. I appreciate that. Timbo Slice cheered again. He says, Luna even has a built-in feature to stream right to Twitch. So they want people to use all their downloadable speed to play the game and then upload speed to stream the game. How does that even make sense? You're streaming the game to play it, and then they want you to try to fucking stream the game on Twitch at the same time? What the fuck? Oh my god. What kind of internet do they think they have? Seriously. What kind of internet? Yeah, okay. If you live on the Microsoft campus and you have fiber optic fucking internet, maybe you could do it. You know what I mean? If you are an Amazon employee who has the best internet in America, maybe it'll work. I don't know, man. Okay. Anyway, guys. That's it. Thank you. What we're going to do is take a very brief break. I'm going to use the restroom. And then we're going to start with Super Mario Galaxy. All right? Fun stream today. I'm very excited to see how far we can get. Again, this is the last consecutive stream of Super Mario Galaxy before we take a break for Mafia starting tomorrow. So let's see how far we can get. All right? All right. Thank you, guys. I'll be right back. Brief break, and then we shall begin. Thanks.